Hello everyone!
Hi!
Look who's here! It's Friday, chin chin.
Cheers.
And we have ourselves a lovely glass of Prosecco. So if you want to drink responsibly with us, you've still got your sunnies on.
Oh yeah.
It's so hot. It's so hot in the UK.
We're melting.
Today we are going to do a Q&A all about sewing and life and fun things. So Harriet, as some of you may know, is from Sew Me Sunshine. She owns an incredible fabric shop with the most delicious fabrics ever.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
And this is from my shop.
This is plug. We met ages ago. When did we meet? Like December?
Oh.
Probably before then.
Oh yeah, but I'd already fangirled her. I'm sure all of you fangirl Alex all the time. I'm meeting someone famous.
So what did Joy call it? A celebrity?
Celebrity.
Celebrity. That's complete. Keeping up with the Kardashians. Can you imagine if we did like a reality TV show? Oh my god, I've sawed my finger on the oval. It's bleeding. Harriet brought me. I did buy it, by the way. I'm not like stealing fabric from a hard-earned business. She bought me the most beautiful Rifle Paper Company fabric.
Aww,
which
I
I'm very
can't wait
excited
to
to
see
make.
what you make.
Oh, you're such a bad influence.
I know.
It's one thing having a fabric shop that you love. It's another thing when your mate owns it. You buy fabrics for your shop. Obviously, you don't have a team doing it for you. It's all you.
Yeah, all
so
me.
you choose absolutely everything in your shop. So everything is beautiful quality and just absolutely gorgeous. And I love the fact that you have an organic section as well.
Yeah, of course.
Something for everybody. This is
Yeah.
great. So cheers to that. Yeah. So we have a question from Lumi
Sumi.
See, that sounds so classy. And I'm like, Lumi. She asks, what are your ultimate sewing goals, Harriet? What are your ultimate?
Well, I only learned to sew last year. That I like to tell everyone that, just so that I can apologise for my poor garment making.
You don't walk the line, you climb the hill.
I think ultimate sewing goal though, well I've got a couple. I really want to make a pair of jeans, but I booked onto a course to do that.
Is it the ginger jeans?
Yeah.
Classic.
I'm doing it at the new craft house, the Heather Lou, with Heather Lou.
No.
Yeah.
Heather Lou's coming.
Yeah. I booked on. I treated
Now
myself.
that is a celebrity.
Yeah.
That is a celebrity.
What's your sewing goals?
My ultimate sewing goals. I think, I don't know, like whatever makes me happy to make, that is always my goal.
Oh, that's
Always.
a good one.
If it makes me feel good and it makes me feel good making it, that is always my goal.
Oh, it's Ella.
So is Ella.
So is Ella.
I call her sewist stuff. She says, I have a question for both of you. We all love sewing, right? But how do we introduce or encourage non-sewers to experience our magical world?
Part of your world. Oh my gosh.
Have you ever given someone a basic sewing lesson or signposted them to a sewing course, and what was the outcome? Oh, have you got an answer for this?
Yeah, I do. I was at a wedding on Saturday. And
you wear knee-made?
Yeah, of course.
And you inspired everyone?
Well, no, but I did tell lots of people, and lots of people like, oh, because also it's that chit chat, isn't it? Like, what do you do for your job? And I was telling them about sewing sunshine, and they couldn't get their heads around the fact that you can make your own clothes.
I imagine them thinking it's like engineering or building a car.
Yeah, I mean, I had a few people as well being like, oh, my granny does that, or used to do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, no, no. So I was like talking to them about sewing and about the sewing community and how great it is, and I was also as well, I was showing them like different like Instagram channels that I get really like inspired from. I was telling them about different courses in London, because a lot of them were from London. What I'm gonna say is that, yeah, I always encourage people to sew, and just get on, even on YouTube. I'm like, just look on YouTube, there's so many good like learn to sew videos.
So I mostly encourage people to sew when it comes to mending their clothes. It's such a power to be able to fix your clothes, because you shouldn't have to get rid of something because a button's come off. I just don't understand this concept.
What?
No, seriously. People do this.
I would never have done
people
that.
People do this, and it shocks me. It shocks me to the core that people get rid of things, or they never wear things again. They put it in the corner, you know, like the dry cleaning corner at the bottom of your laundry basket. Well, you know, when zips break or buttons come off or a hem comes down, they just leave it, or they don't do anything about it. And I'm like, those are the first techniques you should learn, is how to mend what you've already got. If you want to know more about caring for your clothes, lovely Harriet, I'll put the link down below for her Instagram, has a clothing care Company.
Yeah, that's it.
Company is an Instagram account, and it tells you how to take care of your clothes and how to mend them. Ricky 21. If it's not too personal of a question, can you talk about your time as a child in Germany? I am German myself. Ooh, wunderbar. Probably not pronounced right. I am German myself, living in the UK. Oh, amazing! And very excited about someone who knows both countries and their sewing habits. Are there any differences? Oh, and secondly, we'll answer that question in a minute. So, is there any differences? I don't really know. So, for any of you who don't know, I grew up and was born in Germany and spent the majority of my childhood there and my very young adult life there as well. But I also grew up on an army camp, so it was
very different.
It's very different. So, even though I was born and grew up in Germany, I had a very Germanically structured childhood, so I get very nostalgic when I go back. All our Christmases are very typically German. A lot of my sort of morals are quite German as well, and that's what I love. But at the same time, when it came to sewing in particular, it was very American. So we grew up in an American camp. We were the minority being British, and the majority was American. So my mum used to do a lot of American style quilting. She made the most incredible quilts, beautifully made. Oh my goodness, she used to do it with her best friend, who we're actually still family friends with today, which is really nice. So a lot of the sewing I learned in my time in Germany, during my time in Germany, was predominantly American, and all our fabrics that were sold on base were American fabrics.
They're a huge quilting community.
Oh, massive, massive. How do you work with fabric stashes? Such a good question. Are you trying to minimize it and work one garment at a time, or do you stock up with future projects in mind, get fabric you think is incredible and are confident there will be a project coming up in mind? Oh my goodness, girl, you are one of my people. Thank you so much for your incredible work. It is always a joy following your enthusiastic sewing lives. Thank you, sweetie. Actually, as a professional, you have a fabric stash because you own a shop. No,
I don't count that as my stash.
No, I know, but don't you ever get tempted to be like,
oh yeah, definitely. But no, when I first started sewing, I did the typical thing that everyone does, where they go and just buy like meters of like odd bits. And I've cut down on that massively. I've still got some special fabrics that I keep. So I've got a lot of like my Liberty fabric. Oh yeah. Otherwise, I'm being really good at the moment with stash, where I'm just trying to sew with Sew Me Sunshine fabrics.
Well done.
To try it mainly.
And also because it's your choice. It's not like it's stuff that you choose for your brand and for you.
I've chosen it already, but also as well, I know that for you guys, it's so much nicer to see like fabrics made up into a garment. Yeah, it makes a huge difference, especially when you're shopping online. Yeah, exactly. So I always do try and use my Sew Me Sunshine stash.
I know my balance when it comes to my fabric stash. I may or may not do a full video on my entire fabric stash, because I'm more than happy to like...
Yours isn't that big.
No, it's so this is notions. This is fabrics I need to use now, and this is fabrics for winter. And then the bottoms are projects that are still in.
Honestly, compared to some people's stashes, yours isn't that big.
Yeah, it's completely manageable. So each fabric I buy, I always have a project in mind, simply because, one, I'm very northern, I don't want to waste my money. I'm very careful with my money. And two, I think it's a waste if you're going to buy fabric for a project and then you make, for example, it's fine to change your mind, like if you want to make a top out of a dress, but then you have all that fabric left over.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. You have to know how much like meters or yardage you want.
Because otherwise you're wasting your money and you're wasting perfectly great fabric. But if I ever go off a fabric, I always do a fabric swap. Or I bring it to fabric swaps, or I give it to a friend, so it's always like recycled or free cycled. It's quite difficult because, you know, on Instagram you're scrolling and there's like all these beautiful things, but it's always good to go reshop your stash. Like for example, recently I went through my entire stash and I made a list of exactly what I was going to make with it and how much was there, and I felt like I just got all these beautiful new fabrics again. Miss Courtney Wood, what are each of your favourite sewing patterns of the moment and favourite sewing tools?
Mine's easy because I'm wearing it. It's the Joni, it's the new stretch book.
It's a Tilly pattern!
Tilly, Joni. Like, I made it on a kind of a whim to be like, oh, will it be, I don't know if it will be good or not, but it's such a beautiful garment.
I haven't made it yet.
It makes you feel so good. Yeah, but you've worn it. I mean, it was kind of her fault why I decided to make it. But
I love that dress, but I haven't made it yet.
It's such a quick make. Tilly goes through, I mean, as always, the instructions are so clear. Yeah, and it's really flattering. I've already got in mind, like, so I've made 2, and I already want to make more.
Yeah, I love doing that. I love making multiples out of one pattern.
And also wear it without and with tights.
Exactly. Mine is the, I can't remember it's over there, it's on my cutting table. Picture here over Harriet's face. It's this jumpsuit, simply because...
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I love this. So I am a dress person. I started sewing dresses at the beginning. I just love dresses, but this kind of pushes me out of my comfort zone, and also it's an incredibly satisfying sew. I love this, and it's really cool. And also I am freakishly pale, and the least skin I expose, the better. Not because I don't like my skin, I love my skin, but because I burn freakishly easily, and I'm fed up of dousing myself in sun cream. So anything that covers like my legs, I can take care of my shoulders, I can top that up, but I'm not going to be in public like wiping sun cream.
Honestly, like that is the nicest jumpsuit I've ever seen. So I wanna make that.
Do it. My auntie Nancy, who is, sorry Nancy, I'm not going to tell people that your age, but like she's not older than the Queen. A silver fox. She's like the female George Clooney.
Oh,
she's fine. Like, she's very good looking.
Tell us your secrets.
It's genetics. She's making this jumpsuit. Look, I'll show you. She
will look so good. And buy that pattern now.
Do it.
There's one about sewing tools, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, what are your favourite sewing tools? My best friend Caroline got me this sort of like, it literally looks like a wooden lollipop stick. And one is slightly pointed, one is slightly pointed, and one is slightly curved, and it's designed for, again, collars.
Oh no! I was gonna say cute. I've got it's the bamboo point turner.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
genius. So simple,
amazing,
but really good tool.
I'd say out of all the haberdashery I stock, that's the most that sells out all the time. Great. No, I love that one. Tape measure, standard.
Standard, yeah, but
it is my favourite.
That's your favourite.
It's always around my neck.
It's
always there. I feel bare without it, actually.
It's, on my costume course, when the girls got the makers graduated, they wore their tape measures around their neck. Harriet, how did you get the neckband of your journey looking so good?
Who said that? Umberine. Oh, that's so nice.
It looks so good. Tell us your secret.
Okay, so I actually used the tutorial. You know Lauren from Guthrie and Garney. She's got a really good tutorial on putting in neckbands.
My mum used that one recently, and it helped her a lot. She was struggling a bit.
I use it all the time.
We'll link it below for you.
I use it all the time, like when I was first learning how to like make your little Grain Line Studio lindens, and I did the same thing. So I just quartered it and then put it, stretched it in. Is that the right words?
It is now.
Oh, Rudy.
Rudy asks, what a lovely bunch. Oh, how do you keep all the plates spinning? Coffee!
Oh, me, tea. And actually I really don't. So I work stupid. Like, I work 7 days a week, most evenings. Yeah. I mean, if anyone's emailed me, you probably get a response straight away, and I get told off by my other half all the time. Yeah, you can't really, it's like your baby though, isn't it? Yeah, no, it is. It is my baby. I need to learn how to switch off. Oh, it's very hard. I think it comes with time. It's a skill. Yeah. But again, if you want it done, just do the thing. Yeah. Do the thing. Yeah. Also, as well, I think I need to get better at being like delegate. Not that I've got anyone in my team. Yeah, it's just you and your dog. Yeah, me and my dog, and he can't really do anything. No, he's not even allowed in your sewing room. He's not even allowed anywhere near it, so... Yeah, so don't worry, he's not allowed. Quilt and Poodle, can you use regular sewing machine needles on a serger? I actually don't know that, I'm afraid. I'm pretty sure... No, they've got special needles. Oh, do they? See, I don't know. We're learning together. Yeah. So special needles. How long were you sewing before you considered yourself an advanced beginner or intermediate? Oh, you know what? I was just listening to the Love to Sew podcast episode about beginner sewing, and they literally just talked about that. And they were saying that the whole reason that pattern designers have like advanced beginner and like intermediate is because there's such like a kind of unknown section between being a beginner and not, and I think it's more so once you feel confident with your machine and you feel confident making like a simple garment like a t-shirt or something like that, then don't try and ignore all of that and just go with what you want to do. Make what makes you excited. Take it one step at a time, and there's always tutorials. There's always tutorials. Quilt and Poodle is also asking what's the best pattern to transition into intermediate. So for me, one that gave me a really good confidence boost that made me realise you got this, girl, was the sew over shirt dress. So anything like a shirt dress is great because you're focusing on things like the collar and the buttonholes and like all that sort of pressing,
and most shirt dresses don't have a gather skirt. You literally just attach it, so you're basically just focusing on the collar and the sleeves, and they have these really great little techniques. There's a really lovely one, the Colette Hawthorne is fantastic. If you want to take your sewing to the next level, the instructions are fantastic, the fit is wonderful, it's really satisfying to make, and the collar attachment, everything is great. And I made one out of your fabric that you very kindly gifted me. My smiley neck.
Oh yeah. I think anything with like jersey but a bit more complicated is a good one to go for.
What are your favourite fabric shops apart from hers? Websites apart from hers? And when you're buying fabric online, what do you check for to make sure that that fabric is suitable for your project? I've ended up with fabrics that are a lot more see-through than they looked. That is, I don't know what about you, but there's nothing more disappointing when you buy fabric and it comes in the post and you're just like,
okay. I think I can answer this.
The professional is here.
So I think also like always look at fabric at reviews or what other people have bought and like what they say about the fabric shop. I think it's really good. Always read the descriptions, because most good fabric shops should always write exactly what they think that is suit the fabric,
make the garment with.
Exactly. Okay. Like if it's jersey, like the stretch percentages, the width. You know, I always try and include all of that in it. But also, it's just looking to see whether, you know, other people have had good experiences with that online store. And I think as well, a lot of people get afraid of like
emailing the owner.
That
always
owner.
Email.
Always. Like I always say in my newsletter, like, you know, just email me or message me if you ever want to see a video of a fabric, because I know seeing videos is so important. You can see how it drapes, and also about see how see-through it is. So I always will send out videos or extra photos, and I think most fabric shops will do that for you. Just don't be scared of them. It's normally just one person. And
they'll be more than happy to help. Exactly.
They'll be excited.
I think with me, it's very rare I buy fabric online. When I buy fabric online, it's because it's from a brand or a company I've already bought from before. For example, I love cotton and steel fabrics. Therefore, buying online isn't something that's scary to me because I know the quality that they are. But then again, I'm not the biggest, apart from obviously your store and, you know, the odd one here or there. Like Fabrics Galore is incredible. Again, I prefer to go out and see the fabric myself.
I think another good tip actually is by, you know, if you've got a fabric in your stash that you really like, you're really pleased with the quality, is take a swatch of that fabric, put it to one side, make your own little book of like, this is the type of quality I want, and then ask for swatches from the online store. Again,
ask for swatches. Swatches are good. What's your biggest sewing disaster? From Amy Stocking. Amy, hello.
I've had loads of disasters, and I think
you're gonna pave the way, sister.
I mean, so many people. I think even the people that you kind of admire, the celebrities out there, they always, you know, they'll say, you know, they make mistakes. They just don't put it on their Instagram account. I've made, I think, quite a lot. The bits that make me feel quite sad is when you've made something, you've taken time, you put it on, you're like, it doesn't suit me. My biggest sewing disasters, I always find that sewing you can fix to a certain degree, unless you've like cut it or it's already really too small. There's always a way of generally taking it back and fixing it, but there is a few things I have done. So for example, when I made this jumpsuit, I accidentally sewed the whole trouser front together, so you're meant to pair the front and the back, and my brain does not compute that, and I ended up sewing like basically a skirt, so I had to unpick it. But then again, it's unpicked, it's fine. You can't see.
You can't tell.
Oh, that's the best tool.
What?
Seam ripper.
Seam ripper, always.
I think when I learned to sew, I went on a sew over at Intro to Dressmaking course, and I made a circle skirt, but it was with fabric. It's quite funny now, I've got a fabric shop, but it was with fabric that was not suitable. It was like really slippery. It was like a very lightweight chambray.
Did it stick to your toes?
No, it wasn't that. It was like, I mean, it made me feel better because even the teacher was like, oh no, this is really slippery. And I was like, okay, it's not just because I'm not very good. It was just a bit wonky, it didn't look great. It's not been worn.
Oh no.
But it was an experience. You learn. And I mean, it was a very good experience for me to realise, you know, you really need to think about what fabric.
Think about your ingredients for your cake.
Exactly. What fabric will look good for what pattern.
You're fine. Just don't make clothes late at night.
Oh, that's another, yeah, definitely not. Definitely go to bed. It will always be there the next morning. Oh, and always make sure that you let your hem hang.
Oh, no, yes, that is such a good one. That is such a good one, especially if it's cut on the bias.
Yes.
Especially if it's cut on the bias. Just let it hang, even for maybe 3 days. Because it's like, oh, leave it for a day. I'm like,
I normally leave it a few days.
Leave it a bit longer, because it just...
Also, it's when you get to the hemming bit, you're a bit like...
Yeah, you need a tea break.
Yeah.
By 3 days. So thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for having me, Alex.
It's so nice having you in my house. I need to stop bringing people on my channel, giving them champagne and like stroking them.
It's the best thing ever. Thank you for having me, Alex.
Thanks for coming. If you want to check out Harriet's shop, I will put it in the links below and her Instagram. And to let you all know, you are shortly starting your own YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm just waiting for my brother to do the graphic bit. Do the graphic. So her elves are in process, and as soon as that becomes available, you will all know, because I'll be shouting it from the rooftop, because I'm so excited to have more So Me Sunshine in my life. Happy Friday!